Thank you so much for coming on and wanting to share this recipe. It doesn't have very many ingredients, but the first time I ever had this particular was at a roti shop in the Caribbean, of all places.
Okay.
And all the Caribbean people there were just like, it was like a favorite place. It was like the best bar to go to kind of place, you know.
Okay.
Everybody wanted to go. All the young people after doing a Rotaract cleaning project would say, all right, let's all go to the roti shop. So what made you pick this recipe to want to share with us?
I thought it's like simple, plus it's tasty and filling, and it's all in one. And also you can make it vegetarian version plus non-veg version all at once, It's the same thing. You can opt out to add fish or meat or whatever the protein you like.
You
And
have a lot of different options you can do.
That's right. And if you like, you can have fish, meat, like chicken, beef, or any kind of meat of your choice. And eggs, you can add eggs even. Yeah, so that's
What is something that you think you should never put in it? Sweet things? How about sweet potato?
Yes, I mean, sweet potato would be a good substitution for potatoes because, healthy version of it, I would say. Sweet potatoes shouldn't be that bad.
Okay.
Maybe like something sweet, I mean, since it's more spicy, but maybe you can convert into a sweeter version with some sweet stuffing. I didn't try it yet.
So, all right, let's get cooking. Well, let's go over the ingredients here. Funny, I had all the ingredients except oil. I was like, I've got oil. Look, I've got coconut oil, but the temperature just dropped. And when it drops below 78 degrees, coconut oil solidifies. So most people in the rest of the world don't have it go below.
Yes.
So that's how, what do you call it? In the Caribbean, they put it in old wine bottles and rum bottles. But luckily I have it also in a open one. So even if it's solidified, I can use it.
Yeah, in Sri Lanka, we mostly use coconut oil for pretty much for all of our cooking.
I love coconut oil, but yeah, I keep having this problem when I go to cold climates. So, all right, let's see what else we got. Just regular flour.
Yes.
Potatoes. Now you said you could put any vegetables. I have like some carrots and garlic and onions, but
yeah, I got some carrots and mushrooms. So you can add cabbage, leeks, that kind of vegetables.
And I actually, in the recipe, it said mackerel. I just used my mackerel and I made patties. I mixed spinach and mackerel with flour and eggs and made patties. And so I can't find mackerel. So I have salmon or I have tuna.
Okay.
So otherwise, onion, garlic, ginger, turmeric, and spices. Yep.
Yes, and also like for most of our cooking, we add curry leaves. It's an optional, but it's good. Like sort of, I could say, you are adding coriander or some other spices into your cooking. So curry leaves, for our cooking, we add curry leaves to oil.
So can I use coriander seed or cumin seed?
Yes, you can do. Or if you have coriander leaves, you can add that as well, like cilantro.
Yeah. So because we're going to do all the cooking, what takes the longest to make?
I would say first let's boil potatoes.
Okay, yeah, that takes the longest to make.
Yes.
So you just cut them in cubes?
Or else you can boil the whole potato and then peel off. So that's what I'm doing.
Okay. So do you always peel them?
Yes, I peel them. Yeah. I mean, if you are using like golden potatoes, you can even go with peels.
So I have a pressure cooker. I'm just gonna.
That's what I was going to say. I do have a pressure cooker as well. You can put your potatoes as whole with skin on and boil them
That
on.
speeds it up, yeah.
Yeah, and you can just take the skin off with like a regular knife, not a sharp knife, a table knife. You can just scrape the skin off after they're cooked.
Yes.
And I've even seen it where you like cook it. What do you call it? That if you put them in cold water for a few minutes, yeah, it just like slides right off.
Yes.
Now, how
And
many potatoes do you need? I'm just going to use up all these old potatoes for other stuff, but
yeah, that's what I did. But if you are making smaller quantity, you can have 1 or 2 potatoes. Like if they are big, again, it depends on your quantity.
I'm just going to use up my potatoes. I'll use it for potato curry probably later.
Yes, and also if you are using only like couple of potatoes, you can put it into the microwave and boil it that way as well.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Just to
There's a
save
button.
some time,
All right.
right? So then I think the recipe calls for 2 cups of flour, right?
He stepped away for a moment.
I'm putting it in my Instapot, but go ahead and start.
We can wait.
Go ahead and what, flour?
Yes. So it says 2 cups of flour, so you can measure it.
All right. Now, do you have a flour preference or just whatever?
Regular flour should work, any kind of regular wheat flour.
Or you're just trying to make like a little what the
But ours doesn't use gluten, so,
You can use,
well, for this I will because
oh, okay.
well no, I might have enough here.
what is it? Is it like the gluten?
Oh, just gluten-free flour, the mix.
Oh, yeah. I
It's,
think gluten,
you have to have like a mix because there we go.
Yeah, use it up and then add the other.
All right, flour.
and then a little bit of salt.
I tend to not use salt, so where's my salt at?
Yeah, that's fine if you don't want to. It's
Okay.
Yeah.
It was 2 cups of flour.
yes.
Yep, that's what I just put.
And then you can add water into your flour.
How much water?
Let's add 1 cup first.
You're trying to make it really thin or?
Just like a regular dough you make for like bread, I would say. Do you see me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Regular tap water is fine.
I don't know why I'm using this, like I'm afraid to get my fingers.
Yeah, you're gonna have to put your hands in it anyway, so you might as well just do it from the get-go. Or at least one hand.
Yes, I use my hands, but so
Keep one hand dry.
It's like,
so I added like the 1.5 cup of water.
Okay, so I'm actually with you,
Okay.
and mine, let me turn on the light here. Can you see mine?
Yeah,
Mine already feels, this was just 1 cup. It already feels like it's perfect.
Yeah, I think so.
yeah,
That's
looks
what-
great. Looks
Yeah.
great.
you
Well,
want it,
this is
you want it pretty dry, right?
Yes, that's right. It's pretty nice and dry, not sticky into your hand. Looks like mine is little sticky, so I'm going to add a little bit more flour into it.
Yep. Mine ended up being a little sticky.
Yes, so I mean, it's okay. So you can add more flour or more water, you know, depending on what you got.
So you want it well mixed, but not sticky.
That's correct. Yes.
Oops. So this is really simple. I mean,
Yes, it is.
so you don't add anything to make it rise because you're just making like a roti, a flatbread.
Yes, but the oil is the key in here.
Is there oil in this?
Not now.
Oh,
What
okay.
we'll do is we'll separate this into little balls and then we add some oil into it and let it stay for 30 minutes. And then it'll soften your dough. You know, like, have you had, what do you call it, paratha?
No, I haven't.
Okay. So are we all good with our dough?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mine feels still a little sticky, like. So, I mean, I don't,
Maybe add a little bit more flour into it then.
and just keep working it in.
Yeah, add a little bit more flour if it's really sticky. If not, that's fine. So then you can make little balls like this.
How
The
big
size of a golf ball, it looks like.
Yeah, just like a golf ball or, yeah, I would say, yes.
Dong. I got my chiming balls. Whoops.
Maybe a little bit bigger than a golf ball, I would say. Are we all good? Making a little, like the separating them. And
Yeah,
then,
We're going right along with his.
I almost got them all rolled.
yes, then you can make a little hole of the bowl, like the flour, and then add some oil into it.
Okay.
And then you can cover it and put it on like a plate or another container.
So
And
you're,
then,
are
So
you
you're-
closing the oil around it?
Yeah, she's squeezing it closed, kind of like a dumpling, sort of.
that's correct, yes. And then you can put it on like a plate or little container.
Well, it's really easy with this coconut oil that's cold because
That's correct, yeah. Hopefully it'll melt and absorb into your.
Could you use, I know you want to go vegan, but on the other end of it, could you use a little stick of like a frozen chunk of butter? And then, and then it would,
I think the oil would be better, I would say.
okay. Gosh, mine's still real sticky.
That's okay because when you add oil, it will kind of like the stickiness will go away. I would say.
Well, I'm gonna work this last little bit of flour and then,
Yeah, you will get more than you can make more roti.
part of this, the point, if you're putting like butter or ghee inside here, then it adds expense. Part of this is like
cheap food.
very, very, very cheap to make.
Yes, in a way, yes.
It's mainly the main part of it is your time to make it.
Yes.
So
I think yours looks good, Lulu.
Yeah, but it's kind of gooey.
That's
So
okay. Don't
should I
worry.
do, while I'm working the one, while it's in my hand, go ahead and do the well and close up the,
Yeah, close up with the oil. Yeah.
oh, I gotta check my potatoes. They're going crazy.
How many did you make? Oh, I got 6 of those. 6.
I got 7.
Okay, so then yours may be a little smaller than mine, or maybe I got more flour added into it.
And then what's the best oil? I have olive oil, or I have like walnut oil, avocado oil, canola oil, corn oil. I have
I
oil.
think your preference, either one should be fine.
I have coconut oil.
Yeah, I'm using sunflower oil. But I also do have like other kinds of oil, but
Okay, well, I'm gonna use avocado.
okay, that's fine.
That's like-
And am I putting it on, you say you put them on a plate?
Yes, that's what I did, but you can use a Pyrex container or something. What
I'm
we are,
just putting it back in the same bowl.
yeah, that would work too.
Oh, then I'm gonna, well, will I need the bowl for mixing something else? So this is like my favorite bowl.
Probably.
Well,
Yes.
maybe for the cooling the potatoes, if you put the potatoes in cold water for a second to make it so the.
No, you don't want to do that with potatoes. What you usually do with potatoes is just take them out and separate them, in my opinion.
Because I've done that before where I put cold water and then the skin just peels right off.
Oh yeah, you left the skins on.
Are we all good with our dough now then?
Yep, mine's all done.
Okay, so then you can like the on, yeah, looks good. What you can do is maybe add a little bit more oil onto the top of your flour, like the
Okay.
rolls or balls.
Well, I'll have to use a different kind of oil because the coconut oil is.
Yes, you can use another kind of oil.
Doo-doo. Is solid.
We good? Now you can cover it with like what do you call? Clear plastic wrap or like a kitchen towel and let it stay until we get the potato mixture ready.
I was saying earlier, since I've got this induction burner here, I haven't been using the gas top almost at all. I really love it.
Hmm.
Yeah, me too. It's
Do
my
you think
favorite. Yeah.
it's more efficient?
I think it's more efficient, but I mean, look, I hit on, I hit function, and
Okay.
that right there's well, you didn't see the number. That number, the preset number is fry.
Okay.
I don't have to figure out, like, fiddle with it, figure out the temperature.
Yeah.
Okay.
Quick question, is the oil just like a little pocket encased, or is it okay if it gets on the outside?
That's okay. To be
It's
honest.
okay because you're going to put a little extra oil on the top after you put them all together. So
But is the purpose to have the oil really just sitting in a little pool inside this little pocket thing? Is that the goal, is to have oil sitting in there, like enough oil, like?
To make
That's
it really crispy, right?
Crispy plus I think the dough will kind of like the smoother when you add oil than having it as it is. Smoother in the sense, like, I think, how do you call it? Like the softer, then you can stretch it and make the roti.
Because my dough is still real sticking to my fingers, and
That's okay when it will absorb oil and stay with oil. So when you take it out next time, it'll be in the right consistency.
literally, how much are you pouring inside the little hole?
Maybe depending on your size again.
Yeah, I have 6.
Okay, so maybe add like a half a teaspoon or teaspoon, like depending on how much you can put it, like the.
But it kind of has been wanting to ooze out, but we're trying to pocket it in there.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think if it oozes a little, it's okay because you're going to even sprinkle oil over the top once you get finished doing this. So you're going to have oil on the outside of them anyway. So
For me, it was really easy with the
yeah,
coconut
because
oil
it was solid. Yeah.
I basically put a dollop of
See, like, I don't know if you can see me because my hands are all oily, but this one is opened up. And now the oil is just everywhere.
That's okay. Yeah, just like when you put it onto your plate, put
Yeah.
the, what do you call, open part onto the bottom, and then the, you know, like the
you want it to absorb as much oil as possible, right?
possible. Yes. Then you're,
So make a really deep well then is better.
that's fine. Yeah.
I know, I'm like, I am inquisitive because this is like a new experience. And this is so up my alley. I love this kind of cooking.
Yeah, that's good. Then you put it upside down, like the open part goes
But
in.
all the oil is just gonna run out because it's not sealed well.
That's okay.
Okay.
You're trying to have it absorb as much oil as possible.
Mhm.
Sorry to snag you guys up, but
Yeah, and you're even gonna drizzle oil over the top even after you finish with this step.
oh, I'm literally have my hands drenched in oil because otherwise it's sticking to my hand.
Yeah,
It's kind of a not being very cooperative.
Sweet talk it.
While you are doing that, we can peel off the potatoes. And how is your potatoes? Are they boiled now? Oh,
Mine are not. No.
not yet.
So I'll have to cut everything else.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. Then
Okay.
you can start cutting your vegetables.
So
You can grate carrots if you want to, just to save some time.
what vegetables are you using?
I'm using mushrooms and carrots, onions, garlic, and some green chili. I have some green chili, so I'm going to use that.
Ooh, I got a jalapeno. Yeah.
I mean,
And I've got
okay.
some
And
fresh.
then do we cover this? I'm sorry.
Yes, you cover it and leave it aside, set it
Like
aside.
with plastic?
Yes, clear plastic.
Okay.
And you're just letting it try to soak up as much oil as possible.
That's correct.
So, I mean, if you really wanted to, you could literally just like cover it with oil.
what she did do, she added oil after she got the pockets done, then she still drizzled oil on the top.
On top, yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought I was supposed to do.
So you don't have to worry about there's too much oil.
Yes. I mean, you will notice when we take it out, all the oils will be absorbed into the flour.
And so this can sit for what length of time? Minimally and maximum? What,
I would say 30 minutes should be fine.
and then what would be the maximum if you got sidetracked and didn't get back to it?
I think it's okay, even if you leave it for, hours. Shouldn't do much harm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's nothing in there to spoil.
No, but I mean, an hour or two overnight would be okay. In the fridge would be okay. I'm just curious what options,
Yes, you can put it in the fridge.
but we don't need to now because we're making it.
Yes.
soon.
Yeah, and now we're gonna do the vegetables. By the time you get finished with the vegetable and all that, 30 minutes will have gone by.
Yeah, since this dough thing is pretty quick and easy, I normally wouldn't do it overnight or, let it stay for next time. So I would make it fresh and cook it.
You always just make some fresh. You don't like put it in the fridge for tomorrow.
Once you make the roti, like the final product, I would put it in the fridge, or even sometimes I freeze it for later uses. And as I said earlier, sometimes what I do is to save some time, I use like uncooked tortilla.
All right. So I've got some purple onions, some chives, some ginger and turmeric, and a jalapeno.
Okay.
And then some carrots, you said.
Yes.
She said you can grate the carrots if you want.
Yes. That's what I'm gonna do. Then I can save some time again, you know.
Yeah, plus it's much more uniform graded than chopping them up.
That's right. I'll be,
You're trying to get it really, really small, right?
yes. I'm gonna grate mine.
And so, quick question, I'm just now gotten caught up and haven't started. Typically what I was gonna say, it happens to me. So my potatoes are done. I have both raw and I threw a carrot in there, so that's kind of hard cooked, not soft. And then I have cabbage. So,
You can chop them into like the smaller pieces.
and all of this is going in one bowl.
Yeah, I would say keep them separate. When we are like the cooking them, we can add it because, for example, carrots, if you cut them, it'll take a little longer to cook. And then your greens can go at the end. Then it'll, you know, like it will save the color and all that. That's what I would normally do.
So all this stuff, you're gonna fry it and cook it before you put in the roti.
Yes. So what I was saying, or you can keep your vegetables separately because we normally put first oil, like let it boil, and then add onion, garlic, ginger into oil. And if you have curry leaves, then you can add your carrots, again, depending on the size, to cook carrots first. And then you can add your potatoes, mushrooms. If you have mushrooms, even you can add before adding potatoes. Then add potatoes and green things like chives or some other like the leeks you can add later.
Or is going for the one pot look.
Okay.
Well, I probably won't put carrots in here, but otherwise I've got onions. This is turmeric. These are chives and this is a jalapeno I'm cutting up.
Okay. Did you say you added spinach or?
No,
Okay. No.
I do. Well, I do have some greens. I could add some greens, but I'll
No,
put
don't
separate.
add, no, I was gonna say don't add spinach, yeah, because it'll give some watery.
But I have some collard greens and mustard greens, so they don't really.
No, don't add.
They do a lot of water too. Yeah.
Yes, don't add those. Yes.
Now wash your hands so you don't stick your hand in your face with the chill after cutting the jalapeno.
Okay, so I got my carrots. And I'm gonna chop my mushrooms.
If I have fresh ginger, I put it all in here too. Yeah.
Fresh ginger you can grate, or like if you have like a mortar and pestle like this, you can chop them in there. And then we'll add ginger and garlic and onion into oil first, not with the vegetables.
These are your aromatics.
Yes.
So you're
that's
trying
right.
to give flavor to the oil.
That's
Yeah.
correct.
Okay, separate bowl.
Yes.
I'm trying to be a little extra careful because I chopped off the tip of my thumb once this week already.
Okay.
Or no, 2 weeks ago.
Right.
I think the best cooking technique I ever did is I got a book on how to chop things up.
Yeah, you got to use the claw technique.
Well, yeah, that part, yeah, where you put your, and
Yeah,
so, I mean, I chopped it because I like started to use the thumb to hold it and I took the tip.
that's right.
Let's see.
So use the claw
You see
technique
the
and
tip
that
of the
way,
thumb? It's almost healed. That was 2 weeks
Yeah.
ago.
and then you put your blade up against your knuckles and that controls the
I meant
speed and
just-
stuff.
How to cut different vegetables and different
Oh,
meat.
yeah.
I still don't know how to really debone a whole chicken. I'm not very good at it.
Well, there was a guy doing a cooking thing on Get Set Up, He went to culinary school, and they actually have a mat that you buy, kind of like these, so, you know, you've seen these cutting mats for seamstresses. They have them for chefs, and it's got a deal on there, shows you exactly, gonna have 1/4 inch squares or something, and you use it as a guide to learn how to chop things on the right size.
Yes, I think depending on the size and the way you cut even onion and green chili, it adds different flavors and, you know.
I should have listened to you and grated the carrots. This is too much work.
What are you doing?
I'm
Or,
just chopping the carrots.
It's so much easier to grate them,
Yes, I grated my
and,
whole
and,
carrot.
and it's much more uniform.
and they'll cook quick.
Yes, and
Yeah.
it,
Yeah, and you're putting them, you're rolling them up in a, you know, in a like a flatbread. So you want them small, you want the pieces small.
yes, and it will cook faster too.
And it'll be pretty. It'll look like confetti.
Yes, I got like the 4 cloves of garlic since I got little big, like the larger quantity.
And how much ginger? I'm mincing mine. Is that okay?
Maybe a little, the smaller piece of ginger should be good.
But how chopped up are you doing it?
Make it really small. If you-
Okay, yeah, I'm mincing it up.
Yes. Don't add too much of ginger if you have like the,
I
How
should
many?
really like it.
if you like it, that's fine. But if you feel like, you know, you don't like to have that much of ginger flavor.
And will this get cooked?
Yes, we'll put it into oil first.
And then and then it's gonna be inside the dough?
Yes.
And
I
it's
mean-
gonna get cooked again there?
Not really, because when we made the vegetable mixture and cooked it and we put it into the dough and we pretty much cooking the dough at the end, you know.
Yeah, so it's not really getting cooked. It has to be at its flavor.
Yes, to your vegetable.
Done.
So I didn't even bother mincing the garlic. I just put it in the grinder. I'm just like,
Yeah, I usually use my, what do you call it, mortar and pestle.
Oh, I got one of those.
Or you could use a garlic press.
Yes,
I really hate garlic presses. I don't know, just the
If you buy a good xylus, the problem is people don't buy a good one. Buy a
Well,
xylus garlic press,
just-
it
to
works
me,
fine.
I feel like it takes longer to clean it. than
Well, the
time to
xylus has a little plastic insert. You push in there and it pushes all the garlic out of the holes.
oops.
So you don't have to do that.
I'll have to get one of those then.
Yeah, xylus it's called.
And I think what Orr doesn't like, it feels to me, my complaint is it feels like there's waste in it, like there's oil even left on the machine or the little apparatus.
Well, the other thing with the garlic press, you don't want to peel the garlic before you put it in the press.
Oh, okay.
When you peel it, then it really is hard to clean it out. But if you put it in with the peel on, it's really easy to get it out. The peel comes right out.
But does any of the meat or the good stuff get caught in the skin?
Yeah, some of it, but you
Yeah,
know, just if you
that's-
need more, just use more garlic.
Yeah, even like what I did now is I put the whole clove into this and then when I, what do you call, mash it, the peels come off and I took off the peels and the,
Exactly. She didn't peel it either because the
Right.
peelings will just show up. Yeah, they don't grind up.
yes.
So you save a step by not peeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm always like into saving my time, you know.
Yeah, even in an Italian cooking, quite often they throw garlic right in the pan with the peeling on it when they're
Yeah.
cooking.
That's,
And then the peeling just kind of comes off and they just fish it out, take it out of the dish.
Okay.
All right, I think I've got everything chopped up.
Are we all good with
I don't know if my
chopping?
potatoes are ready. Let me go check.
Okay, so we can mash our potatoes. You can do it by hand or like a masher or with a spoon.
You could use a immersion blender probably, if you want to.
Yeah, it's just like you are mashing your whole potatoes.
Yeah,
That's all you want to do. Doesn't matter, like even if you have some pieces, that's okay. You don't need to like make it like a mashed potato with like the smoother paste. It's better to have some pieces.
so it's coarsely mashed.
That's correct, yes. Are we all good there?
It's making me hungry.
Which we can send some to you. Okay. This is how I mashed my potatoes. They are not really like the finely mashed, as Fred was saying, coarsely mashed.
Yeah.
Next thing we can do is you can open the canned salmon or tuna, whatever you have. Are you gonna add greens into it?
This is carrot tops. I might add a little bit to it, but I'm also making a potato curry with the extra potatoes.
Yes, yes. I was gonna say, don't add that much of greens into this mixture.
Yeah, I really like using carrot tops.
What did you say? What is the green?
The top of the carrots.
The
Oh,
green
I-
part of the carrots.
Oh, okay, yeah.
This part.
Okay, got it. Yeah, so we can throw the water of I'm using pink salmon, canned pink salmon.
So drain the meat, drain the fish.
That's correct. Drain the fish and you can take the bones out of your fish pieces.
okay, so I'm using albacore tuna. Is that okay?
It's okay. So it doesn't have this, like the, what do you call, bones in it, right?
Right.
Yeah.
No bone.
Then
Yeah,
you don't-
most canned fish doesn't have bones in it or the,
Now, I have a quick question about vegan versus pescatarian with the fish in it. At what point am I separating this out to make a vegan batch and then also have it be the fish batch?
Yes, we'll do that when we are cooking vegetables. So first we'll make the vegetable mixture and then remove the vegetarian part.
Okay,
Then add your fish or meat or the other, whatever.
yeah, because the fish is already cooked.
Yes,
okay, so my potatoes are mashed and I still have more. Is that enough? It's
I
like,
think it's enough, even maybe more. I mean, because
Maybe
you
more.
got like 6 or 7.
yeah,
rotis.
I have more, but is this gonna get divided with this is gonna be part of the vegetable?
Yes, yes, that's
You're not
correct.
putting tuna in this, just.
Well, you only have 6 rotis, so think about, you're only gonna fill up 6 roti.
That's correct. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. If you have 6 rotis, so think about the filling into it and how much, like, whether you have more vegetable mixer or not.
If you don't have enough roti, could you just take some rice or something and put the mixture over rice and eat it separately?
Yes, there you go. You can do that, or you can eat with some bread.
You said with the fish, you separate the water out, right?
Yes,
You drain it.
And dump it?
you drain it and remove the bones. So this is my cleaned fish.
Yeah.
Bones and draining water.
Yeah. Yeah, because just that mixture on anything would be good.
Yeah.
Let me see. This might be way too much.
Yes, I
It only
think,
said 95 grams.
yes, I think the fish whole can would be too much for this quantity for 2 cups of flour,
So
but
basically, it's one of these small cans.
And you used a big one?
I used the big one, so.
You might want to take half of that aside.
Yep. I think I'm gonna make some,
are you going to make vegetarian version plus the fish version or just the fish version?
I'll just make the fish version.
Okay, so then I think, how many potatoes did you use?
Oh, I've got like a whole bag, but that's because I'm making a separate curry.
Yeah, I think you can make this mixture, but you may need more dough. So,
Yep.
Are we breaking up the tuna?
I mean, if yours is breaked up like you said, Albert, show me that.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a big, huge piece.
Oh, yeah, so you can do that, or when we are mixing with our vegetables and potatoes, it will break into pieces. Don't worry about breaking now.
And can I have a bite of this or do I need it all?
Well, so the recipe said 95 grams.
Which is one small can.
This little can is 142 grams.
So
So
it's
that
hardly
is
even one little can. So you could eat a piece.
All right, thank you.
I mean, we're only making 6, so I mean, you just need 6 teaspoons of ingredients for the inside.
Right, and half of mine are gonna be vegetarian. So,
Okay. Are we all set with cutting vegetables and matching potatoes and setting up our vegetable things?
Yeah,
I have
but-
everything but the potatoes. The potatoes are not done.
Oh, so you potatoes.
okay, so quick
We can
question.
start frying the vegetables.
Here's my cabbage. So, just mince it up and how much will I need of it chopped up?
I think
And it's not cooked, so this
Very
is,
little bit.
very little bit. Maybe take a 1 piece out of it, like the one, what do you call?
leaf
Yes, 1 leaf,
and, okay,
and
Yeah.
then chop it into, chop that.
that one. was-
Chop the leaf, chop the leaf.
Chop
That
the-
was an ugly one. I rejected that one.
Oh, okay.
It was one of those icky outside one. I mean,
Yes. so
you know, I mean, this thing's huge, so I can make good. And I could throw this in my soups or whatever.
All right, let's start frying.
Yes. Did you get your potatoes ready or not yet?
Mine, no, but
You could do a quick release on your potatoes. They're probably done by now.
Okay, so then I'm gonna add oil into the pan.
Can you go just before you go too fast or too far? Just go through the ingredients that you have that has to be prepped before you start frying. Like I don't have my garlic either yet, so.
Do you have ginger garlic paste?
I do have ginger garlic paste, but I have fresh ginger, so I kind of would.
Yeah, then you can use it.
I always use ginger garlic paste.
Yes, that will do the job. That's okay.
Okay,
Because
so,
it's too much work to chop up the ginger.
well, the ginger's chopped. I have that much. And I
Okay,
just,
yeah, so then you can add oil into your pan.
so a quick question about the vegetables. I have broccoli. Would that be good in there?
I mean, I would say let's stay with these vegetables. That should be good.
So I have
you got plenty
scallions,
of stuff.
I
Yes,
just- potato.
Unless you want to make 40 of them.
No,
Yes,
I just, because it's.
Yeah, because remember, there's just 6 rotis. So unless you make more, you just can't put all that stuff in there.
No, and
Yes.
I don't need to. I could use some of this. I will put what we need. But what I'm wondering is the balance of vegetables that I have available. Like I don't.
yeah, I would say stay with carrots, cabbage, leeks. I mean, mushrooms you can add. Those things would be good.
And the cook already said if you have more filling than rotis, you can use the filling on rice and eat it some other way.
Yes, or you can make more like the roti later and fill it and eat.
Yeah, you can make more rotis, or you can just use it with rice or bread or something.
Or even if you have tortilla, like the cooked or uncooked tortilla, you can use
Yeah, you could make it a burrito with it.
it sort of like burrito. Yes. Okay,
Yeah.
are we ready to fry these then?
Yes.
Okay, what do you got there?
This is just some mushroom. I'm just gonna chop it up.
You got everything. Okay, I'm gonna turn on the fan. Let me know if it's too loud, okay?
I think Zoom will probably turn, won't affect it. Go ahead. We don't hear it.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, we can't hear it.
Good?
Yeah.
All right, I got my potatoes.
All right, good job.
I mean, if you wanted to leave the peel on the potatoes, would it be okay? Because a lot of vitamins are in the peel of a potato.
I mean, you can, but usually we peel it off. I think for the, what do you call? For the, what do you call?
The
Looks
texture.
Yeah,
the texture.
I think texture plus the looking good, I would say.
Okay, all right.
So are we good and ready to fry things?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so then when your oil is boiled, you can add onion, garlic, and ginger into your oil first. So since I use curry leaves, I'm adding that as well.
And stir it while it's going. I would stir it. Yeah, you want to keep stirring it around so it cooks uniformly.
Are we good?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll catch up. I'm fine.
What's nice about garlic ginger paste, you don't have to worry about the garlic burning.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why I don't, yeah, you guys just go ahead with your next step because I oftentimes add my garlic and ginger at the very end just because I don't like it cooked so much. So I'll catch up.
Okay, so when your onion, garlic, ginger are kind of like starting to cook and fry, you can add your vegetables. So
Okay.
since carrots are the coarser vegetable and will take more time to cook, so we can add that first.
Okay. And mine would be just cabbage. My carrots, they got cooked and they're kind of mashed in with potatoes.
I added green chili into it as well. And then mushrooms. And in here, you can add salt, pepper, curry powder into your vegetable mixture before adding potatoes and fish. So I'm adding turmeric. I got some curry powder.
Oh, this smells good. Oh, there's a big piece of onion. Take that out.
And you can add some pepper, like the black pepper, brown black pepper.
I might hold off. I put jalapenos in it.
Okay.
It might be too spicy.
Yeah, well, the black pepper just got a different flavor.
It's better to add a little bit of black pepper, but if you feel like it's too much spicy, add a little bit.
That's true. Black peppers are different.
Yeah, it's not hot. Not hot like a chili.
Okay, if your vegetables are all cooked, you can add the potato mixture into it. And then mix them to well combine vegetables and your potatoes.
Oh my God, this smells crazy good.
That it does.
If you feel like it's too dry, you can add a little bit more oil into your mixture.
I don't want to put this in a roti. I just want to eat it.
The only reason it's a roti is because it's finger food to go.
That's true.
You can take a little test bite and see if you have enough salt and stuff.
Oh,
All right. I think that's all ready.
You taste it?
Okay, here's my like the potato mixture without fish. And I'm gonna separate the vegetarian version and then gonna add fish mixture into it.
So if I want the fish one, I just add fish to it now. Yeah.
You split it and so you can add the fish to one portion.
Yes.
But I'm just saying, if I'm just doing the fish, I just put the fish in here now,
Yeah, then you don't need to worry about separating them.
or I'll just wait.
Yes, I took a portion out. Now adding fish.
so I wait until the vegetables are done doing their thing before I add the potato. And I don't add the potatoes to the pan. I add them in the bowl.
No, we added potatoes to the pan.
Potatoes go right in the pan where you're frying the vegetables.
Got it. Thank you.
Yeah, making vegetable roti, fish roti.
But you don't really have to fry them very much because they're already cooked.
The fish is already cooked.
Well, so is the potato.
That's it.
Okay,
Are you trying to make this as dry as possible, right?
Yes, dry. I mean, yes, dry, but little bit oily though.
Because you're trying to fry it enough that there's not very much moisture.
That's correct. Yeah, that's true.
I need a drink.
Oh, you need a drink? Yeah, that's true.
This cooking's hard work. You guys gotta realize this is my second go around, so. So my onions and they're just finishing cooking up. And I'm gonna add the amount of potatoes. Is it, what kind of ratio are we looking at? Mostly potatoes with just a little bit of that vegetable seasoning?
Yes, I would say so. Yeah.
And then, right now, all I have is curry and salt and pepper in the vegetable mixture. What else do I need to add?
Turmeric if you have it.
Got it.
Let's see, turmeric, chili powder, black pepper.
I mean, the curry powder's got turmeric in it, but it has other spices in it.
That's correct. Yeah. Again, it depends on your taste of your, I mean, the level of spices you need in your mixture.
I might throw some garam masala in there.
Yes, you can. Yeah, here's my mixture with fish in it.
Yeah.
All right.
Have you all set up?
Yeah, I'm starting to heat my oil for.
Yeah, and you want it dry because you're going to roll it up in this dough, and
Yeah.
you don't want it too liquidy.
This is all gonna get fried in a pan.
Yes.
Yep.
Should I be heating up my big cast iron skillet?
If you need room, if you need more room.
Yeah, I use this like the, what do you call, stainless steel cooking pot.
Yeah.
But I
I
mean,
do-
you've got your stuff in that. What are you gonna cook the dough and the stuff in already?
Oh, for that you can use a cast iron little pan or like the non-stick pan. Yeah, I'm using, I have this cast iron pan. I can use that. Yes, you can use that.
So in Mexico, we call it a comal. So if you were doing a tortilla, you would be using something like that.
Yes, okay. So the next step is, are we ready for the next step?
I am.
Okay.
I think so. I was just starting
Yeah, so
trying to
then,
make a big batch.
yes, you take your dough and then with your hand on a chopping board, yes.
Do I need to put flour on the board first or no?
No, you don't have to because of
Oh,
oil,
because it's got all the oil in it.
it's not sticking into the board. If it does, maybe you can add, but not necessary.
So you're just trying to stretch it as big as you can?
Yes. You notice like.
Oh, look at hers. It's like 8 inches across.
Yeah, with oil, it's kind of stretching really well, right?
Yeah, that's true. It's really weird.
Yeah, that's why we add oil into it. Otherwise, it's not stretchy. I mean, if you keep it longer.
I love induction burners. It's already like the oil's already hot.
I
Yeah.
know.
If you leave it longer with more oil, you would notice like it's easier to stretch and it'll be kind of like a fluffy and oily.
Wow, the chef's is huge. Look at that. Take a look at hers.
Okay.
How big it is.
Yes, are we ready now?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can fold it. I mean, usually since I'm making 2 versions, I would like to have 2 shapes. One is triangular. Usually when it says like fish roti in Sri Lanka, it's normally triangular, but you can also fold it like, what do you call, like
A dumpling.
rectangular, just to separate the varieties. So I'm gonna make the fish version triangular and veggie, I would say veggie version triangular and fish version rectangular.
Okay.
All right, so here's my veggie version. I'm gonna do it first. Put it in the middle. If you want, you can kind of make it like a triangle, the vegetable mixture. Ready? Okay, so now you can fold your dough.
Kind of like 3 folds.
Correct, 3-fold.
You tuck things in a little bit.
Yes, and then you can, I forgot to tell you, you can turn on your the
Got
stove.
dough on my camera. I mean, my computer.
So you see that here's my,
There it is. Like a turnover.
I'm sweating a little bit.
And that's pretty large, so you only end up cooking one at a time?
yes. No, I mean, depending on the size of your pan, you can cook 1 or 2 or like whatever you can fill your pan in.
So this seems real dry, so to my mixture,
It's supposed to be dry. You want dry.
and some of my potatoes are pretty large. Like,
That's okay, then, like the spoon it and it will break into pieces.
Why don't you just take your masher and mash the whole thing up a little bit?
a little
You
bit
can
more.
mash it.
Yeah, in your pan. Yeah, it'll blend everything together better too.
Yeah.
This pan is painfully small. I should have maybe transferred it to the big bowl.
Yeah, so now I'm doing the fish version.
So I pull half of this out and then
Add fish. Yes,
add fish. Okay.
that's what I did. Okay, so I'm gonna fold the fish version into rectangular shape.
That way you know which is vegetarian, which is not.
Yes, that's right. Otherwise, it'll mix.
Good idea.
You guys, I like to live dangerously. I'm gonna make them all the same. No, just kidding.
My rectangular one.
Beautiful.
So my
Nice.
pan is full.
I'm not even showing mine. It's so messed up.
You know, it's kind of like pets. It doesn't matter how ugly they
That's
are.
right. It's okay. This
Oh, Lulu is really good with the dough. That's her specialty. I've seen her
Lulu,
work with the
you want
dough
me to
before.
add you to the spotlight?
She's
Me?
not making her dough yet.
No, I have decided that I need to go out my pace and make it to taste, and because if I rush something, then I might go, oh, I wish I would have done this just like.
When you start making your dough, we're gonna pin you,
Me?
Lulu.
Okay.
Well, the chef is doing a great job too.
Thank you.
You could work in a pizza place.
Maybe find me a job then.
I do. Oh, I gotta take half this out.
We should come and visit you, Fred, on our trip to California.
Well, in California, we have food from everywhere in the world.
That's right. I remember when I visited San Francisco and they serve rice in McDonald's, and I was so happy, And then into your pan, you can add some oil. Then your the roti will not be dry, and it will be like oily and crispy.
Okay, so you drizzle oil over them in the frying pan. Now,
We
now,
got bad nights.
Or is like deep frying his, are you? But I don't think she's deep frying hers. I can't tell. You're just putting it in a hot skillet, right?
Yes, it's pan frying or
Pan frying, not deep frying.
Well, this is a wok, so it tends to,
Yeah.
anyway, you don't put much oil in it and it tends to be deep.
yeah. So here's
Right.
what I'm doing. I'm using it's like
Just It's like a cast iron skillet.
Yes. And then I added a little bit oil onto the skillet. And then I am like the pan frying my roti. Not deep.
Yeah, not deep frying.
I think you got a little more oil in yours.
Yeah, I did. Part of it was because it was solid. I couldn't tell how much.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of like flipping.
Well,
it.
you just, all you do is when you take yours out, or you just put them on paper towel to
But look
absorb
how,
the extra oil.
Yeah, here
yeah, look how lumpy mine are, the shapes.
I flipped it over.
I got
What's
one
your-
of them kind of triangular shape.
Was your dough like
Now I was just,
Okay, so I'm tasting the one with tuna. And it needs something like flavor.
you can add some I forgot to tell you, you can
did you
add
put black
some
pepper?
lemon into the mixture that will
Right.
add some
This
Yeah, I
mixture,
forgot to put lemon.
Or lime, or lime.
lime, not lemon. Yes, sorry. Yes,
I got
you
the
can
lemon.
add lemon. And after adding lemon, see how it tastes. Maybe you need more salt and pepper.
I
Yeah, a
put
little
some-
acid's always good.
and
I had some
so
mustard
this-
powder. That
my
was-
stuffing has turned to like almost cold, like room temperature. Is that okay?
What is it?
Does your stuffing need to be hot when you stuff it into the
I don't think so.
I don't think so. The
okay.
stuffing's gonna cool while you're working with it.
It's okay. Yes.
I need a new
And
cutting
if
board.
it's too hot, you can't use with your hands.
It's using lime, not lemon.
Yes. And then when you cook your roti, you can like the flip into each side, front and back. And if you fold it as a triangle, so I normally like the put it into triangular sides as well.
Mhm. Yeah, you gotta
Oh, I
kind of
gotta add the lemon juice. Shit.
Yeah, just to cook it.
lime, not lemon, lime.
Okay. So for my rectangular ones, I'm
So you're doing that to cook the sides.
yes. You cook each side of your roti.
It's really just cooking the dough.
Yes, just the dough because we already cooked the vegetable.
Okay,
Exactly.
lime is not happening because I don't have it. So lemon, okay?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just making a big pot of potato salad. But like,
Yeah, I have leftover potatoes as well.
but yeah, see, I mean, I just did the extra potatoes and that. All right.
So are we supposed to finish at 2 or what's our timing?
Huh?
Are we supposed to
We
done
finish
by?
when we're done. They just need to get golden brown here, right?
Yes, that's correct. So you make sure whatever the shape you make, each side is well cooked. The dough is well cooked on each side. To do that, you can flip into, front and back. And if it's triangular, all 3 sides. If it's rectangular, all 4 sides.
So if it ends up being too thick, you have to turn it on its side to cook it, yeah?
That's correct, yes.
There is something nice about lagging behind because then you can watch everybody else, make what they would
Watch me make all the mistakes and then you cannot do them.
gonna say that or
Let's see.
I'm glad I tasted this before starting to roll out. And,
Yeah, you want.
Yeah,
and the
that's a,
tuna. I can hardly taste the tuna.
maybe then add more. You said you have more, right?
I added it all, but I ate probably some.
But yeah, it's interesting that even though it's got a lot of tuna in it, it's not extremely tuna flavored.
When
Yes,
the
because
tuna is a mild fish.
Potatoes and vegetables take over. So if you want to have more fish flavor, maybe add more fish and less potatoes. Okay, here's my first finished product, the triangular one.
So pretty.
Thank
Right.
you.
Yeah,
That's
mine's
it.
not definitely. I don't think mine is even worth showing. I mean, the looks. I mean, I'm sure it'll taste
But
fine.
the taste should be good. Plus, it's your first time, you know.
Every one of them is a different shape.
That's okay.
Different shape, different size.
I was trying to find money.
Um,
You eat a roti, do you put any kind of sauce or condiment on it?
Sorry, what did you say, Fred?
I say, when you eat a roti, do you put something like any kind of a condiment on top of it?
You can, it tastes good with like the, normally in Sri Lanka, we eat with ketchup.
With ketchup, okay.
Yes, here's my,
Oh, perfect.
Well, yeah, we're gonna. I think we're gonna need a picture of yours instead of a picture of mine.
So tell me again, triangle is without meat or
that's what I did. It's up to you, you know.
So you shape your filling into a triangle shape.
But in the triangle one, you said in Sri Lanka is normally the one with fish.
I don't remember. So I think,
You don't remember either?
As long as you know which is which, make a note.
yes,
I get.
But by
It could be
shaping, by shaping your filling in a triangle, that makes it easier to fold around it in a triangle.
yes,
I
I
would
think,
say probably the triangle one because fish is more expensive than veggies, so they tend to be a little smaller.
I think
Maybe.
usually in back home, fish roti with fish, it's rectangular.
is that enough or should I make it bigger? And how thick do you want the stuffing?
You mean
I
like,
think you could have more stuffing.
Make
Yes.
a bigger area? And is it
Yeah.
one layer of dough over each part?
Well, you're overlaying it. You're folding it from one side, then you're folding it from the other. So it does overlay it.
So the bottom's gonna end up being one layer thick, or are you gonna go around?
just one layer thick.
Just
On the
one
very-
layer thick, but there's an overlap.
Yes, in some places. I think,
And how thick? The thinner you make it, the crispier it is, right?
yes, and quicker to cook. Yeah, I think your dough looks nice too.
Yeah.
Oh, I just put a hole in it. My bad.
That's,
I just put another hole in it.
that's okay. When you fold it, it will cover, you know.
Yeah, the other folds will cover the hole.
Yeah, because, or you can kind of like close it if you want to with some dough.
And there's gonna be little extra
Oh, yeah.
parts when you fold it. But that's okay, you just sort of tuck them
Lulu,
in.
I'm gonna add you on as so we can.
Oh,
watch
you're, but now it's getting to be like 5 or 6 layers thick on top. Is
That's
okay?
okay.
I feel like I need to pick it up and put some more on the bottom.
Yeah, that's fine. Just tuck it under. Yes. Good job.
And also, if if that's true, the next one you do, you could make more filling
Oh, plus I think you can make your dough.
or
you
make your
can-
dough smaller.
smaller. Yeah, that's my suggestion. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, it literally has a mind of its own. I feel like my dough is still too wet.
That's okay because like
But
you
the
can,
wet is the oil, right?
yeah,
It's the oil.
with oil, it's easier to flatten and it will,
Hello? Well, I'm just so tired of it sticking to me.
That's why she also put oil on the little things before you make them, push them out into the, till you flatten your dough. She even added a little more oil there before flattening them.
You know, I almost feel like I might have mismeasured my flour. Or
that's
something.
okay. Yours looks nice.
All right, so what are we cooking it in? Any kind
Like a
of
cast iron skillet,
No,
what
like
kind of oil?
non-stick pan or any kind of pan.
but you're not deep frying. You just put a little bit of oil in the pan so it doesn't stick.
Oh, you're no fun. I'm just kidding. It might be a little more than I should.
Well, it's not deep frying.
How did it turn out now? Or
It tastes all right, but I didn't spread it out enough.
okay, so no, like did you try to fold another one now?
It's just like I did them all, and everyone was worse.
Oh,
That was mine.
Oh, I'm gonna make the first one and then eat it, and then I'm gonna make the rest of them and figure out what I need to do.
yeah,
I think mine was the fact that it was gluten-free flour.
yeah.
It doesn't have as
Oh.
much stretchiness to it.
Yeah, that didn't help probably.
I
Yes,
should
mine.
show you it. My hands are just covered in oil.
Oops.
So,
My poor computer is always so food drenched. They should make like waterproof. All right. So you can hear it even. I guess I should check it before it gets too crazy. All right.
Looks good.
Looks good.
I'm excited. This is like a whole new thing for me.
I think you got little too much oil in
A
your.
little too much oil again. Yeah, it's not, we're not frying it.
That's
It's
like
not,
it's kind of pan frying with some little
yeah,
oil. Yes.
yeah.
Okay, well, my stove's lopsided, so I moved it to the drier side of the pan.
Yeah, you just have the oil in there to keep it from sticking. You're not deep frying.
So after this one's done, I'm gonna taste it. I may make it thinner, maybe.
Plus, I would say if you're like the.
After that's done, I would just pour whatever oil is out and whatever stays in the pan, that would be enough.
Yeah.
But I feel like this here is not gonna get cooked. It's gonna be raw.
Well, that's why you missed that part. Part of it is you stand it up on its side after you've turned it over. You stand it on each side. Look in the
Look at
picture.
mine.
See what she's doing?
I think I know what you mean. I
Yeah,
guess.
so you put
See
it
it?
like if it
You
triangular.
put it up on
make
its
sure
side.
You turn
the
into each
sides.
side and cook each side. Yes, I couldn't find mine. Yes.
I am prepared, but I don't want to turn it over until it's.
No, I think you should be able to turn it over. Turn
You
it.
do
But
the-
it's not quite brown.
Right, you do the bottom and the tops before you do
Now
the sides.
Yeah, turn on to like upside down.
Yeah,
But I don't know if is it brown enough? Is that?
If it's not, you can put more. That's fine.
so you do the top and the bottom, then you do the sides.
Yeah, because then this is sturdy. And I won't be stabbing it with this.
Yes.
My favorite ones are in the dishwasher. This one, you gotta work it. Takes too much energy. Oh, I'm excited. So, or how did yours taste?
They taste all right, but they're like pretty lumpy.
You mean the vegetables or the dough?
The dough.
Oh, so maybe,
Yeah.
maybe the gluten-free version may be the reason, right?
Yeah, could have been.
Because you
I
couldn't
ate one.
wet one. Okay. So are you like the allergic, are you like the allergic to gluten, or you
Yeah.
prefer to be like gluten-free?
It tastes really good. Really nice and crispy on the outside.
Yeah, it's amazing how this one spot dried out. You could see the oil, the lake oil here, but the oil lake. But this is it's cooking nice.
All right. I need to package up. See, I made a big bowl of potato salad.
Oh, so you were like productive during the time.
Well, I just
Yeah. I have some potatoes left over. I'm gonna make potato salad.
yeah, I really like the mustard powder.
In
Put
your
that in the
potato salad? Okay.
Yeah.
What else do you add into your potato salad?
All that same vegetables we chopped up.
Okay.
So onions, ginger, turmeric, carrots, oil, mustard powder,
Okay.
all the same spices. So,
Okay. So can you add like the mustard paste too, or just the powder is good?
oh, you can do mustard paste, yeah.
Okay.
All right. How do you guys feel about wrapping up?
I will be tasting mine. I have
We should wait until Lulu tastes hers.
3 more sides. So it is a nice, well, I have it on the flattest. Hey, what kind of triangle is it? An obtuse? Do we have any geometry people? I love geometry.
It looks like an isosceles triangle
Isosceles.
where the sides are of equal distance.
Yes, equilateral or yes.
Oh, I'm excited. So this one is the vegetarian one. I decided people who eat flesh are squares. I needed to come up with something. Ta-da!
The first one?
It's standing by itself.
I know.
There you go.
Oh yeah. So I found like my plastic one. I couldn't find the metal tongue, so I'm gonna use it. Yeah. In Sri Lanka, like this is kind of like we have sort of like a street vendors. They cook on site, and they do have like a big, what do you call, metal, like a
griddle. We call it in English a griddle.
griddle. And then they have like the stack of triangular ones and rectangular ones, and you get it very fresh and warm.
I'm excited. And the dipping sauce is just straight up ketchup. That's easy. I can do that.
Yes. So if you feel like you like more hot,
Maybe you could use mustard probably if you like mustard.
never tried, but you can.
It also matters where you're from.
Yeah.
I like what do you call it? Like a sweet turmeric sauce. Like you would do with like samosas.
Oh yeah. So that kind of,
These kind of remind me of samosas.
yes, it's kind of like
But they are deep fried for sure, I think.
that's what I was going to say. This is like, you can think of it as pan-fried version of samosa in a way, right?
Yeah. And what would happen if you put this in in the oven? Because if you had it laying down, the top would.
Never.
This sort of reminds me of Bosnian. They call it pita. There's other names, but it's
Well,
not.
it's because the reason they don't do that is street food people don't have an oven.
Oh, got it. This is street food.
Plus, I think the what do you call, the texture of the dough will be changed, when it's baked. But I would say maybe you can try with some oil and add some oil and bake it and see how it's ended up.
I mean, what I like about this is it's literally very, very few ingredients and very, very cheap ingredients.
Yes, and quick to make, and it's filling. You can have it as your whole meal or as a snack. Because looks good.
I need to put you guys down. Because this eating is serious business.
It might be too hot, Lulu. Be careful.
Oh, we have another member join.
Yeah, this is Jane.
Hi, Jane.
She's coming to us from Odessa.
In honor of where I am eating off my sink.
Where other side? Where see?
Ta-da. I guess
Jane is in Russia.
Oh, cool.
We'll be
What
done
time
here.
is it in Russia now?
All right.
I am gonna.
It's like
In
I'm
Ukraine.
eating it with my hands. I'm figuring this is gonna be too hot. But here is mine. And
you have to let it cool down.
you're
I'm
right.
sorry, Jane, I meant Ukraine.
All right. Now that we watched Lulu eat,
Can wrap up.
Pretty good.
just like
I like it.
Are you having ketchup with it?
Yes. Thank you.
just like but now that I think about it, ketchup is similar to the turmeric sauce you get. It's similar in the unami, sweet unami flavor. So all right. We ready to wrap up?
Me and my fancy ketchup packets.
Like my easy and a quick version of this is uncooked tortilla,
Yeah.
I use that and I use it as my dough so I can save time.
So you could just use a tortilla and do it.
Yes, uncooked tortilla as your dough and then
Oh, uncooked tortilla.
Flour tortilla.
I didn't know you could buy an uncooked tortilla.
you can buy. So I buy them usually from Costco, and then you can add some oil and let it stay for 15 minutes. Then it will become softer again.
Okay.
That's a good tip. Yeah.
Good tip. All right. Do you have any final words?
I think thank you for having me, and I enjoyed cooking with you. And I hope you will try it again and you like it, right?
It's good. I like it.
Sorry, Fred, and thanks for your help. And we couldn't share the food with you.